In Update Image 27, PeopleSoft Purchasing enhanced the Purchase Order Acknowledgment, or POA, process by applying the fluid user interface to simplify the supplier's user experience when responding to POAs. During the POA process, suppliers acknowledge the receipt of a purchase order and signal their intent to fulfill the order. Suppliers can accept, reject, or request changes to the purchase order price. The supplier can indicate issues in fulfilling the order by either rejecting the entire PO or PO line, or by requesting changes to quantity, delivery schedule, price, or other attributes. This exchange of information determines how the buying organization will proceed. Key enhancements were made to this process and the buyer's user experience. In Update Image 37, PeopleSoft Purchasing added features to the purchase order acknowledgment process that include exception-based searches to filter POs that do not require review, an intuitive user interface that streamlined the POA process, online and electronic data exchange responses combined into a single component, changed fields are highlighted, making it quicker and easier to recognize and review changes. Multiple filter options provide the flexibility to search and find relevant information. And buyers have an option to mark lines as reviewed. This can be used in conjunction with the Save for Later option. Buyers can filter rows that have been reviewed. The Procurement Operations homepage now has tiles for Purchase Order Acknowledgements and Purchase Order Acknowledgment History. Using the PO Acknowledgement tile, buyers can easily find, review, and respond to changes made by the supplier. The number of POs waiting for action shows on the tile. The Purchase Order Acknowledgment History tile enables you to view historical activity and determine the changes, who accepted the changes, and other PO-related information. Go to the My Preferences page to configure the default basic search criteria and other user experience controls. You can find the PO Acknowledgement user preferences in the Procurement section of the page. The PO Acknowledgement page enables you to set the default search criteria and your preferred display options. The value in the Include POs Dispatched in Last field provides default search criteria and provides the count of POs in the PO Acknowledgement tile. The default line filter determines the default lines to display. You can specify all items or changed items. Changed items is the default value and filters out lines that were accepted with no changes. This removes unnecessary lines for the buyer to review. Exclude Reviewed Lines Default is another filter that can automatically exclude reviewed lines. This is important when there are several lines and the review process cannot be completed at one time. Buyers can mark a line as reviewed and click Save for Later to continue where they left off. You can include or exclude item images. The Approve with Pending Review Lines option controls the validation of lines that are not flagged as reviewed. The available options are Allow, Error, or Warning. Since the review process is not required, the Allow option does not trigger a requirement for validation. With Update Image 37, you can now display only purchase orders that have changes. User preferences control the default prompt values, however, the buyer can make modifications. The search results provide additional facets where buyers can filter by business unit, supplier, buyer, purchase order acknowledgement status, and more. PeopleSoft redesigned the Purchase Order Acknowledgement user interface to display header, line, and schedule information in a single page, making it more efficient to review. Buyers can view, enter comments, and take appropriate action. The online Purchase Order Acknowledgement response actions include the ability to view additional header information, reset change values back to the PO values, reject all lines, and view Purchase Order Acknowledgement history. In addition, you can Save for Later, which saves any changes the buyer has made so they can continue the review at a later time and pick up from where they left off. The Supplier Review option is only available for online transactions. This action pushes the purchase order back into the supplier's queue to review the buyer's changes. Approve accepts the changes and, depending on the change, triggers a PO change order. The default line filter from My Preferences controls the lines shown. View Changed Items displays only the changed lines. The buyer can quickly identify the changed fields by looking for an icon next to the field. Depending on the type of change, a change order is triggered based on the organization's change order template. You can mark PO lines as reviewed by moving the slider to Yes. You can also filter reviewed lines, making it easier for the buyer to know which lines need their attention. Line actions apply only to the line being edited. Buyers can reject the line or reset all changed values to the original purchase order values. The Price and Delivery tab displays the quantity, price, and due date. Buyers can respond to the supplier's changes by updating the appropriate fields. The change icon indicates that changes exist for the price and delivery fields. It also signifies that there are no changes to the item information fields. The Item Information tab displays the supplier item ID, catalog, manufacturer, and UPN-related information. Use the Purchase Order Acknowledgement History tile to view the acknowledgement history of purchase orders. Suppliers and buyers have separate acknowledgement summaries. Click the View History icon to view more information. The Acknowledgement Summary History page displays the changed purchase order lines. Go to PeopleSoftInfo.com for all the updates and documentation on the Purchase Order Acknowledgements feature.